Rainbow powers activate! Let us duel. Welcome guys, this is Duel 64. I was not actually planning to make a duel video today, but while I was on DN, Amelia, which is my opponent in this duel, messaged me and asked me to duel, and I was like, I don't really accept random duels, but Amelia explained that she was a fan of my videos and she'd been viewing some of them. She'd only been watching for 2 days now, but she's a fan of the series, well, the series of my duel videos, and she wanted to duel me, and I was like, I have time, I feel like doing a video, and I haven't done a duel in 3 days, so I was like, I'm fine. But I didn't really know what deck to use, and I didn't really want to go with my new 6 Sam's deck. I need to practice with that still, and I didn't really want to use my Lavels. I was like, let's do that random old deck destruction deck from way back that isn't really that good. So here it is, my deck destruction deck from way back, and I believe I've made it in Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2008. But yeah, I made it there, and even there it didn't always work all that well. All I did was add 15 Xyz monsters to the extra deck and then one to the side deck, but I never used them, so I don't even know why they're in there. I should probably just get rid of them. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about the duel because not too much is going on. It's not really meta, and there's not really that many difficult strategic plays or difficult effects or rulings that I need to explain. So what I'm going to do now is take the time to explain a few things about my YouTube videos to my newer viewers, because you'll see at the very end of the video that Amelia, well, maybe we spoke about that just after the recording ended. I don't really remember, but anyway, for those who are new, you probably won't have heard this before. If you're old, of course you will have. On my channel, I take deck requests. And what I mean with deck requests is that if there is a deck that I haven't used before in a duel, well, you can do that as well, but usually people should request a deck that I haven't yet before used in a duel. Let's say a deck with... at one point, I got a Dragoonity deck request. I never made a Dragoonity deck. I just didn't. And then someone requested that I make a Dragoonity deck. So I did, and I practiced with it, dueled with it, recorded that duel, and then immediately do the deck profile of that afterwards. And in the deck profile, I then show you all the cards that are in the deck, tell you about some of the combos, and explain why which card is in there and why certain cards are not in there, say which are a bit more useful than the others, and explain the whys in the deck. And the deck request videos will always have a deck profile with it, because I think it's a special request, then I do it. In normal duel videos like this, I won't do a deck profile at the end, but if there is a duel video that I have done like this one, and that is not a deck request, then you can suggest that I do a deck profile of such a deck. So let's say, like, I believe it was Duel 36, that was my first duel with Gladiator Beasts. That was a deck request duel. So I showed the deck profile of that deck immediately after. But let's see, in duel number, I believe it was Duel 2, I used a deck I call Golden Obelisk. Golden Obelisk was not a deck request, it was just one of the decks that I had. So if you would want me to make a video and show you the deck profile of that Golden Obelisk deck, then you can just suggest that or request that. And by making a request, I would like you to make the request either in a comment on one of my duel videos, or send me YouTube PM. That way I can find it back. I prefer YouTube PM because then it's easier to find it back when I might have forgotten about it, but I have a notebook where I write down all of my deck requests and deck profile requests, and I have them neatly ordered, and I'll just get by them in order. I have currently, let's see, 12 deck requests, and I usually do like 2 duel videos each week, and I try to do 1 deck request each week. and I'll do them in order so that the people who have been waiting longest will get their deck requests out first, because that only seems fair to me. And I don't get that many deck profile requests, but if you want to see a deck profile, you're free to do so. It's very easy to make, because for deck requests, I have to get into the archetype or whatever type of deck you want me to make a deck of. I have to get used to the strategies, think of good cards to put in there, build a deck, build a main deck, build a side deck, practice with the deck. With the decks that I've already used, I've done all of that already. And I can just go into the deck profile and just tell you all about it, and then I'm done. That's a lot easier. That's why I can get those out easier as well. And I get less deck profile requests than normal deck requests, but I would say that's very logical. So that's why my list of that is not as long, because I currently only have one. And what I find weird is that the deck profile requests that I have, only one of the 6 so far has been a seriously meta deck. The other one's like weird, not that competitive decks. But that doesn't really matter. You're allowed to make requests for that too. I'm fine with it. And as you can see, I did quite well until Dark Samoric, Scrap Dragon, and BLS came out in the duel, and I kind of lost. So Amelia, I had fun in this duel. I hope you had too. And I'm looking forward to dueling you in the future sometime again. And I hope that you'll be continuing to watch my videos for quite a long time, and I'll try to put out very entertaining videos for you. I'll do mostly dueling videos, but dueling things, I plan to do some other dueling thingies, things related to Yu-Gi-Oh! Overall. I plan to make some videos with that too. I'm just speaking about that with 2 of my friends, like how to exactly do that. But you'll see those appear whenever I feel I'm ready to do them. So I hope with this you have enjoyed, 1, you have enjoyed the duel, and 2, for the new people, I hope I have explained to you enough about how deck requests and deck profile requests work. And if you have any questions, please post them in the comment box below, or just PM me on YouTube, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Alright guys, this was Alka193 for Duel 64. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.